YouTube? This is your boy, Juggernaut097, and we are live here to review WWE NXT TakeOver Dallas. And NXT TakeOver Dallas was on the WWE Network last night. And you know, they were at the Hutchison K. Bailey Center, something like that. I don't remember what the whole arena is called. I know it's Hutchison something Center in Dallas, Texas, which, you know, this pretty much got kicked off the WrestleMania weekend, which this was a very, very, very good show. And WrestleMania has to compete against this. It's going to be hard for them to compete against this because this was an amazing show, top to bottom, you know, left, right, whatever you look at it, this show was amazing. There's only 5 matches on this card, which, you know, pretty much all the matches were pretty much good to great, except probably one match wasn't the best. But this show was very good, and I enjoyed it, like I said. And if you haven't watched NXT TakeOver Dallas, click off the video and go watch NXT TakeOver. Like, I don't know why. And if you didn't watch it live, I don't understand why, because, you know, this probably is my favorite NXT TakeOver to date. Like, last year, my favorite TakeOver in general was NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. But now, my favorite TakeOver is NXT TakeOver Dallas, which it was a great show. But let's go ahead and get started with this review. Let's quit rambling anytime. And if you guys want to go down in the comments below, you know, like, you guys can go down live chat, you know, tell me what you guys thought about the show, and, you know, just give your thoughts, you know, leave a comment down below. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started though. So to kick off the show, we had the NXT Tag Team Championship match. We had the Revival defend the titles against American Alpha, which American Alpha, they won the match. So they are your new NXT Tag Team Champions, which, you know, I was really happy about. I was predicting them to win. You know, this was a really good way to kick off the show. I really enjoyed it. You know, I love American Alpha. You know, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, like, they showed their, you know, pretty much amateur wrestling background, you know, their collegiate background. I like how, you know, it showed how Jason Jordan can get out of different, you know, type of submissions, type of stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I like when Jason Jordan hits his drop kicks during the match. That was really cool. I like when they both did a double drop kick during the match, and they did a double German suplex on the Revival. I mean, in Dallas, man, they love American Alpha. They were just so behind them. And also, I like the attire that they had on, like, during their entrance. That was pretty cool. American Alpha had on. And, you know, I like when Jason Jordan does his hot tags during the match. You know, that was awesome. Like, his hot tags need to be IOP'd. I'm serious. They need to be IOP'd because, damn, this is crazy. His hot tags are like, and pretty much the Revival, you know, like, they actually did a pretty decent job in this match. I mean, they pretty much held their own. And I thought that was funny when the crowd didn't know which one was Dawson and which one was Dash Wilder. I thought that was pretty funny. And, you know, they like, which one's, like, they were like, which one's which. They were chanting like that, but I thought that was pretty funny. And then they gave themselves a hug, you know. So that was really funny. But yeah, but this was a very good match. A lot of roll-ups in this match. A lot of false finishes during this match, which, you know, really quick pace action. You know, great way to open up the show. And but like I said, the winners of the match were American Alpha. They will win when they do their, you know, back suplex, when, you know, Jason Jordan throws him up in the air and then tosses him into Chad Gable into the air back suplex. There was actually a point where I thought that the Revival might retain when they did that uppercut. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Dash who did the uppercut. I think it was on Jason Jordan, which, you know, there's a few points, like I said, I thought that they would win. But I'm happy they did not win. And the crowd, there was one point where that got botched during the move. And the crowd started chanting "Botcha Mania." I thought that was funny. But like I said, great way to open up the show. Really enjoyed it. And I'm happy we have new NXT Tag Team Champions. And then the next match we're going to be talking about is Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin. This was Austin Aries' NXT debut and match debut, which this match, this was pretty much, you know, a big man versus little man type of match, you know, where pretty much Austin Aries had to keep fighting back during the whole match. I mean, this was kind of a slow paced match, you know, like, this wasn't one of the greatest Austin Aries matches I've seen, because he's done a lot of better matches against a lot of better people. But, you know, Baron Corbin, he's improving. You know, he used to really, he's came a long way. I would say that, but, he's pretty much a guy who doesn't care about. He gives no fucks and doesn't care about those indie indie wrestlers. But Austin Aries, he got dominated a lot during this match, but he would end up winning the match. He would roll up Baron Corbin, so he would win the match. And I think this is kind of like trying to protect Baron Corbin. That's why they did the roll up that way. But like I said, this wasn't one of the best Austin Aries matches. But I think they're going to do a lot better stuff with him down the road. But because he can do a lot of technical wrestling, he can do a lot of his high flying, but he didn't really do that much in this match. But and they did brawling around the ring a little bit. But like I said, it was a decent match. Really nothing special. This was probably the least favorite match of the night for me. But yeah. But the next match we're going to talk about is match of the night, in my opinion. We had Shinsuke Nakamura. This was his NXT debut versus Sami Zayn. I loved his entrance. I mean, his entrance was so awesome. His charisma. I just loved that entrance was so awesome. And is he gonna be doing that entrance every time? I hope he does. Does it like that every time, because that is freaking amazing. I love it. And the crowd loved Shinsuke Nakamura. That was "This is awesome" chant when he was doing his entrance. Holy shit chants. A whole bunch of different chants. But Sami Zayn, he did some great stuff in this match. I like when Shinsuke Nakamura did a whole bunch of knees and kicks on Sami Zayn. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the ring with Shinsuke Nakamura because, I'd probably get my head kicked off. Those kicks and knees sound like they really hurt bad. But, he did a lot of that stuff there. Sami Zayn kind of showed his, he did some kicks and knees and stuff. And he goes like, hey, I could do the same thing you could do. And I like when they were throwing those elbows back and forth, and the crowd was going, "Yeah, yeah," because they didn't want to boo any of them, because how you go like, yeah, when one wrestler does that, an elbow, and then another person does it, then you boo them. You're like, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, what I mean? But they were just going, yeah, yeah, yeah. They was pretty much doing that, which was awesome. And Shinsuke Nakamura, he got his nose busted open a little bit, but I think it was by one of those elbows. There was a point where I thought that Sami Zayn would actually win when he hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. I thought he would actually win the match then, but he didn't, and Shinsuke Nakamura kicked out. I like when Sami Zayn went for the torpedo DDT, and I like when he went for the torpedo DDT, but Shinsuke Nakamura did a roundhouse kick on him. That was really awesome. And this was just a fun match. This could be potential match of the year already. Like I say, this is probably already match of the year. This was just a great match. I really enjoyed it top to bottom. And the crowd was so behind it. The crowd was pretty much behind, everything the whole night. Like they were so into it. Because it's WrestleMania weekend. And Dallas is a really hot crowd. But yeah, this was awesome, and I'm excited to see what Shinsuke Nakamura does. And and after the match, pretty much they showed signs of respect. And like I said, yeah, I don't know if I said that Shinsuke Nakamura won, but he did win the match. He won by, I don't know what his finisher is called. Yeah, I don't remember what his finisher is called. I can't pronounce it, but it's like a running knee type of thing. But after the match, they did their handshakes, and pretty much this is goodbye. Sami Zayn say goodbye from NXT and pretty much going to the main roster for full time. So yeah, but this was an awesome match. I really enjoyed it, and the crowd was chanting "Ole, ole, ole, ole" when Sami Zayn was leaving, and the showing a sign of respect to each other, which was good, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, like I said, match of the night here. And the next match we're going to be talking about is the NXT Women's Championship match. We had NXT Champion Bayley versus Asuka. This was a pretty good dynamic match, where Bayley pretty much, never quit during the match, even when, Asuka was, pretty much had her in submission holds. Like, I like how Bayley, she wasn't giving up when she was in some submission holds. I also like some transitions into different moves they did. That was really good. These girls really had good chemistry in the ring, and it seems like more of the fans were behind Bayley, in my opinion. It was felt like maybe like a 60% to 40%. Like like more people chant for Bailey in this match. But this match is very. I mean, this was good. Like this was kind of like a cool down match because like I think like like I said, this was good. This was a good match, but like I said, this was a cool down match. I like when, excuse me, I like when Bailey caught Asuka into a German suplex. That was really cool during the match. I like when Bailey did the ankle lock on Asuka. He pretty much took her own move. That was really cool during the match. But the winner of the match was Asuka. She would win the NXT Women's Championship by the Asuka lock, which it was by a pass out, which are like what? Like people were kind of shocked when she won the title that way. Like I was kind of expecting, her to win a little different way. I wasn't really expecting her to win by a pass out, but it is what it is. Well, something that I wish that they did during the match with, it's kind of all right that they did a pass out, but the thing is, I wish she would have fought. Bailey would have fought a little bit, like then the referee just not ring the bell. She fights a little bit, and then she tries to make it to the ropes, but she can't. She keeps fighting, but then she finally passes out at one point. But this was a good match, but it's hard to follow up this match, though, in my opinion. But it's hard to follow up the Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn match. But this match was good, and it looks like Bailey's gonna be going to the main roster now, so that will be good to see Bailey on the main roster. Hopefully, she goes to the main roster. That'd be awesome. Monday night, because they love doing debuts on the night after Mania. So yeah, but enough talking about this match. But next match we're gonna be talking about is the main event. We had NXT Championship online. We had Finn Balor defend title against Samoa Joe. Oh, before this match, I want to talk about Bobby Roode. He was in attendance, so that might mean he's signing with WWE. That'd be freaking awesome. Kind of happy he left TNA. Because like, what point is it to go over to TNA? Like, there's no point in going over to TNA anymore. Like, because NXT is the place to be right now. It is the place to be, in my opinion. But yeah, it was really cool seeing him in attendance during the show. But I like Finn Balor's entrance, as with his demon. He was being the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I really like that with Chainsaw. I guess he must have stole Dean Ambrose chainsaw, from his wagon, because I mean, Dean Ambrose, he's not going to have his chainsaw tomorrow night for WrestleMania. He's just not going to have it. But Dean Ambrose going to go, where's my chainsaw? No, I'm joking. But like I said, I like his demon entrance. That was really good. And Samoa Joe, I like his stuff also. This match was fun, but the thing is, there's too many stoppages during the match because we have blood in this match. Finn Balor busted open Samoa Joe when they were throwing headbutts back and forth. And, during the match, we had to have a lot of stoppages during the match, which I really didn't like that. And the crowd was really getting pissed off during that when there was being some stoppages during the match. Because the fans were chanting Samoa Joe, let them bleed, let Joe bleed, let Joe bleed. That's what they were saying. But no, we kept there was 7 stoppages during the match, which I did not like that. I thought they were actually going to have to call the match off, but thankfully that they didn't. And this kind of upset the tempo in the match a little bit, because I just didn't like, because they would have had a really good match if there wasn't so much stoppage. Maybe because Vince McMahon was at the show, and Linda McMahon was there, and Shane's kids were there, and I think Stephanie's kids were there. So maybe that's why they had to do this. Maybe if it was just Triple H there, not Linda and not Stephanie McMahon's kids and not Shane's kids, and Vince McMahon wasn't there, I bet Triple H would be fine with it. But since they had to be there, that's why they probably had to heal these wounds. But Joe's bled worse than this before. I mean, there's people who bled worse than this before. There are people who had crimson masks all over their face, because this wasn't very much blood. I mean, this was a lot of blood, but it wasn't like anything really serious, because they would know if it's something serious. They would know if they need to stop the match. But this was a good match. I liked it. I like how they brawled outside the ring, but when he threw Balor into the crowd and he took out a security guard when Balor got thrown into the crowd. So I guess the security guard didn't know that there was a spot that was going to be happening right there, but there was, and that security guard, he stole that for a little while. Like I bet he was actually really hurt during that. But like I said, the part I didn't like about the match was a whole bunch of medical attention. But the winner of the match was Finn Balor. He will retain when Joe had in the Koki clutch, but pretty much Balor kind of reversed it. Like he pushed his feet up on the turnbuckles, and then he pretty much pinned him that way. So yeah, but this was a good match. I enjoyed it, and I was kind of surprised that Balor retained because I was pretty sure that Balor was going to be getting moved up to the main roster pretty soon, but he's not. So I don't know if Joe's ever going to be getting titles. Something I wish that they did during the match, maybe after the match had Joe attack Balor, and then and then Bobby Roode ran in the ring and saved Balor, and that could have set up Joe versus Roode in the future. That would have been really cool if they did that, but no, they didn't do that. Didn't see no Bullet Club. I'm a Bullet Club t-shirt right now. We didn't see the Bullet Club tonight, or last night, which kind of sucked. Who knows? Maybe we might see him for WrestleMania or maybe Monday Night Raw. But I mean, we still got 2 more shows. Maybe we could see him for, or maybe who knows when they're going to be debuting them, or who knows if they're ever coming. But I just thought this was good. I like when Finn Balor hit the coup de grace, but then he went for the Bloody Sunday, and Joe reversed that into the Cookie Clutch, like I said. And that's how the pretty much match ended. And Balor reversed it into like a pin to get more of the leverage. He pinned him 41-3. Still your NXT champion, Finn Balor. So yeah, this was a very good match here. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, the best match of the night would have to be for me. It had to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, like anybody else. Like pretty much that's what everybody was marking out most for on the show. But the stuff I didn't like about the show was the stoppage during this match. That wasn't very good. But yeah, like I said, this was fun, and this was pretty much the end of my NXT TakeOver Dallas review. Tell me what you guys saw of the show. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? I don't know why anybody would hate this, but I mean, this was very good. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @TheTrueJSB. Again, it's at @TheTrueJSB. And don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, all that social media stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to me if you haven't subscribed already. If it's your first time you're checking out one of my videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast because, I'm there every week, and, you can go check out their NXT review, that NXT TakeOver Dallas review that they did on their channel, which the link will be down below. And probably the next video I got coming up, it will be my WrestleMania 32 review, probably, I'll say Monday or tomorrow night. I don't know when we're going to be doing it yet. I'm going to be doing one of these days, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's pretty much the end of my video, and like I said, this was a great show. I really enjoyed it top to bottom. It was good. I'll give this show give this show a best takeover to date. But enough rambling on. Juggernaut 07 saying peace out. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.